Back for another report. Got the Tau taking on my Tyranid, so I've modified my tournament list. So I wanted to start experimenting with Hive Fleet Behemoth and see how it goes, because I want to get the super Tyrants out there and see how it compares to running like double Dimas and whatnot. So it's 2,000 points. We have in the Behemoth Battalion Detachment, we have a Tyrant with the Scyths of Tyran, and he has Devourers, and then for his powers he has Psychic Scream and Unstoppable Hunger. I went with the same thing on this Tyrant with powers. He has Monstrous Running Claws as well, and Devours, and then he also has Xenogenic Acid. So I spent a CP for an extra Progeny of the Hive Mind. So they both have Murderous size as well. So I'm really just kind of look for high damage output, putting a lot into these guys. Just curious to see how it goes. And we got a Swarmlord as usual with Catalyst and Onslaught, 2 Lictors, then 2 units of Termagants, 10 units of Hormagaunts, Dimachaeron, Barbed Heirodule in the Behemoth Detachment. Then we have the Kronos Patrol. I had the points to spare. I brought in my 6 Hive Guard, who will be painted up very soon. Just got him. Neurothrope with a Symbiote Storm, no Resonance Barb, because I took the 2 relics, the Scyths and Xenogenic Acid. Exocrine, and my Rippers. And that is 2,000 points. Again, very interested to see how it plays out. I'm very confident when playing with like Warriors, having lots of synapse. And that Leviathan 6+. I feel very confident having that, the little bit of difference it makes. But also getting to re-roll my charge rolls might be the difference maker, because I'm only at 8 CP. I feel comfortable at 9 and above. When I'm at 8, I feel a little bit tight. But we'll see how it plays out.
Today I brought 2,000 points of Farsight Tau. Today the HQ will be the Cold Star Commander and Farsight there beside him. I have 2 units of 5 Breachers, each in a Devilfish, for a total of 2 Devilfish filled with Breachers. In the back I've got 3 Piranhas. And then on the side, I have 6 veteran crisis suits that will be dropping in the back line. I also have 6 stealth suits that will be forward deploying, and 5 Pathfinders with their special drones.
So here's the table we're playing on today. We're playing Surround and Destroy from the GT 2021 pack. So that sees 10-inch deployment zones on both ends. 6 objectives in total. We have 1, 2, 3, and then moving along to this side, same thing. 1, 2, and 3. Looking at the terrain we have on the table today, obscuring here, shooting through this piece will be -1. Obscuring, that's pretty much it. Central obscuring objectives, some big lanes on this side of the table, much more open over here, and then obscuring on this end as well. So for objectives, I went with Engage, Rod, and I went with Warp Ritual. I couldn't really decide on the third one to take against the Tau. No prisoners, didn't seem like a good choice. Grind them down again. I'm going to be throwing stuff forward at them, so I was like, I don't know about that. And then the Tau went with Engage, Assassination, being that I have 4 characters. That's the other thing in bringing that extra Tyrant. It gives a little bit more assassination points, so we'll see if that pays off or works against me. And then they went with Grind them down, so I'll have to make an effort to match his kills or set the tone if I have first turn. So we're going to roll off now, find out who gets to select deployment. A 3, so average to a 1. So Tyranids get their pick on the table here, and we'll come back after we have deployed and find out who's going first. All right, so we went ahead and deployed. I chose this side of the table, pretty much solely because of the Warp Ritual. I have a nice little spot that I can tuck there with one of my Psychers. So again, where that's obscuring, kind of hang out there, hopefully, and get the job done. But looking at my field here, we got the Termagants, Hormagaunts, Barbed, Swarmlord, Dima, Exo, Hive Guard, Tyrant, and there's a unit of Termagants inside of there. And then my Lictors are concealed with their camo, and then we also have my Rippers inside their tunnel. Then we have 3 of the Piranhas there, Devilfish, stealth suits as well, and all the Pathfinder or Breachers, right, are in the Breachers are in the Devilfish. Riptide, one of the commanders here, And then the Pathfinder's right there. Yes, there they are. And then other Devilfish on that side. And then the Crisis team along with Farsight are inside the Manta. That's when they come down from the Manta. All right, so we're going to roll off, find out who's going first. I'm going to grab my blue die here, gift it from Wrath's Reach, because it's did good there, but we're going to see if it does the job here. So find out who gets first turn in this battle report. 5. Ooh, not good enough. The red dice came in, beat them. So first turn going to the Tau. You have 9 CP or 9 CP to my 8. And then to mention as well, we do have Patronic dice here. Each player gets a Patronic dice. These are courtesy of Brian, a patron on the channel. So we will capture that on camera at a pivotal role at the player's choosing during the match. If you want to become a patron and become a named unit in the army, such as right here, since we're talking about the patrons, we have Barbed Heirodule named Brian, as well as the Teos Rippers. If you become a patron, you are in the battle. You get to choose a unit and become part of the game. So we'll be capturing them if they do some cool things this round. Brian, do me well. Then Teos the Rippers, always coming in clutch, the Humble Ripper. So if you want to become a patron, check it out in the video description below. We'll come back after the Tau movement and see what it looks like in turn 1. All right. I was hoping it was 12. So movement done for the Tau. The commander advanced over this way, zipped over, and then these guys are in position here. The Piranha's moving forward. On this side, the Riptide jumped over. He can see the Dimachaeron again. The Dimachaeron being over 18 wounds. It's essentially just true line of sight for terrain. There's a whole bunch of slots, and this is just a big bush there. So he can easily see parts of the Dimachaeron. The middle thing was my only saving grace, but apparently the Riptide is zippy with 12-inch movement. Look at him. And then over here, these guys just kind of shifting about. Breachers move forward, grab that objective, and that's it for movement. We'll come back after the shooting and see what they can do. So that ends the turn for the Tau. The Riptide did his jump back there after shooting at the Dimachaeron. Dimachaeron took 2 wounds, but that was from the commander. I got really lucky on my saves. There was 2 wounds that went through on the Riptide. They were supercharged, and then I rolled 2 6s for my invols, which was huge because that would have been D3 plus 3 damage, which really would have handicapped the Dimachaeron right from the rip and set the Tau off for a good start. But that ends the turn. Nothing scored for objectives as of yet. Dima has been chipped down though, so we're going to jump into Tyranids turn 1 and see what it looks like. All right, so Tyranid movement is done. So over this, these guys just stayed here, really just trying to like spread it a bit and stop the crisis bomb coming. A Northrop moved over to get into Symbiote Storm of one of them. I'll decide after. And then Barbed Heirodule moved up with the Hormagaunts advancing. Dima's coming this way. I think I'm going to leap him in there, do some damage, hopefully get the 5 up, feel no pain, and clear that objective. That's the plan. Swarmlord moved into the middle and also within 6 to launch the Dima. Tyrant came up here to get in range with some psychic stuff and all that. This Tyrant's launched forward. Just I'm going to see if I can clear this objective. Again, just deny some primaries, clear the middle here, and then see what happens. Ideally, make a charge, and then, ideally, kill off them, and then overrun away and zip to freedom with that Tyrant. But we'll come back after the psychic and shooting and see what it looks like. So shooting phase done for the Tyranids. Took out the commander there, having to double fire with the Hive Guard. The first volley went in and killed off, I think, 4 stealth suits. The -1 really hurt the Hive Guard there. Dima double leaped over there. Psychic powers, we got the ritual off once the center of that is there. So Swarmlord capturing that. This Tyrant came up, killed off a few of those guys, and then killed off the drones with shooting. Then this Tyrant killed off the drones who are on the 2nd floor, allowing me to shoot the commander on the top. That's it for shooting, so we're going to move into charges, which is going to happen over here, and then as well for the Tyrant over on this side, and we'll come back after. So it's about the end of the Tyranid turn, so the Dimachaeron leaped in here, gobbled up the Devilfish. The guys popped out or over on that side. There's that one Fire Warrior there. He hit the chest attack away, rolled a 6, just slapped it out of the way. It's paid 3 CP to fight again because I thought, okay, I get to wipe out these Fire Warriors and then hopefully get these guys. So I attacked in, killed all but one. These guys I tail attack didn't hit them, so they're just fine. I was going to do the chest attack on them, but we got that one Fire Warrior. We're going to use the Patronic Dice, Brian, for the Tau. So Brian, you're rolling here on a 5 or a 6. That little that Fire Warrior lives again and slaps the Dimachaeron chest attack out of the way. So Patronic Dice. Oh, goodness sake. All right, so Anyway, over here the Hive Tyrant killed them, and then I spent a CP. I'm down to 1 CP, but leaped over here. So everything's pretty well protected for the Tyranids on this side of the table. But there's one Fire Warrior alive over there. In terms of engage, I get 2 for that. I forgot it by the Tyrant leaping away, but I'd rather just keep him alive. But that's it. Well, actually now, again, we're going to put you on the spot here. Roll morale for that fire, unless you want to spend 2 CP and keep your legendary guy around. No. Okay, so we'll roll off 4. So he might be going, we'll see.
He's got 7 leadership.
So 7 leadership.
Lost 4 guys.
So he is gone. But he left with some pride there. We'll give him that. So, but the Dimachaeron is still tied up. But that is it for Tyranids turn 1. And Rod is also done for this quarter too. I don't know if I mentioned that. So we'll come back after Tau turn 2 and see where the suits are going to come down. So that is movement done. The Crisis team dropped in. Goodbye Termagants. Goodbye objective. So a little bit of decision making where to command. We both think that that was the best spot as well. Just looking at everything, the Exocrine can't get to them to shoot them. Oh yeah.
I want to move the Devilfish up there and then let his people over.
Yeah, oh for sure, go for it. Yeah, so we were just, there's a lot of him and Han with these guys and just finding out where they could or couldn't be shot from. So right there, they're safe from everything except obviously the Hive Guard and the Barbed, based off him surviving and doing well. The Exocrine can't actually move up and do anything. So Exocrine kind of shut down this turn, I think, looking at things. Oh, actually, he probably could come around this. We'll see, but it'll be a little bit riskier to get him around. Anyway, moving over here, the Tau scoring 10 for primary, still holding this objective. Drones leaving combat with the Dimachaeron, and everyone just blocking and protecting the OBSEC unit there. The Dimachaeron getting eyed up by the Riptide, who hopefully is going to take it down. And then the Devilfish jumping forward and popping these guys out again. So the Tyrant cleared the objective off, only for more to reappear and hold the objective. So that's it for movement. Tau are going to get into some shooting now and see if they can take the Dimachaeron down and clear this objective, which I'm very confident. So we're halfway through the shooting phase here. The Dimachaeron has fallen. Some absurdly good shooting for the Riptide. I think that more than makes up for the first turn, dealing 12 wounds alone before rolling like the D3 portion of the damage, where it's D3 plus 3. But now I'm going to roll my Patronic dice, Brian. Here we go. Roll me a 6. And see if I explode and do a whole bunch of damage to everyone around there. So here we go. Oh, never works for me. So, all right, we'll come back in a bit. All right, folks, so that is the end of the turn. I lost 4 Termagants there. I lost 3 from Farsight shooting, and then the airburst intercept, and then they failed morale, but didn't lose any more, so still holding the objective. Barbed Heirodule took 3 wounds from all the missiles, so not very good on the wound roll. There's lots of hits, but just not a lot of 5s. So strength 7 against the tough 8 coming in to save me there. And as you saw already, the Dimachaeron had fallen in that corner. Thus ends the Tau turn. So scoring 2 for engage, 1 for grind them down, 1 unit killed. So I have to kill at least 1 unit to negate that. And that's it. So we'll come back into Tyranids turn 2. Movement done for the Tyranids. So scoring 15 for primaries with these little guys just holding out, holding strong. 1 Tyrant jumped over this way to hopefully kill some stuff over there. Barbed, he rose up to the challenge and stepped forward, hopefully getting to jump, do some damage on these guys. There's a lot of bodies there. Swarmlord staying in the middle to get Ritual off again. This Tyrant moved forward just a bit to get in range of Swarmlord, so Swarmlord could launch him safely in behind there. Hormagaunts move forward, holding this objective and getting ready to maybe go in as OBSEC bodies. These guys moved up, not in range of that objective, but that's okay because I have the Neurothrope hanging around there, and then the Lictor came in the corner, and that section is done for Rod. So this half of the table complete, 2 of those done. We'll come back after Psychic and Shooting done for the Tyranids. I spent my last 2 CP to double fire the Hive Guard. I got Symbio Storm off, chipped away all the drones but 1, and took the special dude who ignores AP -2 and 1 down to 1 wound, so almost got rid of him. Between the Exocrine and the Hive Tyrant, killed up all the Breachers and the drones in the middle, so that Hive Tyrant's primed for a charge. Hive Tyrant, Swarmlord got Warp thing off second time, so 1 more to go. The Hive Tyrant leaped in here with Swarmlord's ability, looked in charge in. I did get Unstoppable Hunger off with them, but all my Psychic attacks to do damage failed, so pretty sad. So we'll come back after. Oh, and Barbed Heirodule also fired in, but again, lots of stuff being tanked thanks to ignoring AP -1 and 2. So we'll come back after the assault phase and see what it looks like. All right, so that ends Tyranid's turn 3. So the Hive Tyrant charged in at a great cost, losing a total of 8 wounds between Overwatch and then the Devilfish exploded, killing the drones and then dealing 3 mortal wounds to that poor Tyrant. Really missing Leviathan right now. And then over this way, the Hormagaunts made the charge in. Hive Tyrant killed off all the stealth suits. Then the Hormagaunts, with Unstoppable Hunger, wiped out all of the breachers. And then they're holding down the drones, but stealing that objective, which was the whole goal there. So at the end of the turn, getting 3 for engage. Rod is done twice. Warp is done twice. And we're moving into Tau, turn 3. Alright, so Tau movement done. Scoring 5 for primaries on this turn. These guys just move forward. Over this way, the Riptide moved right enough to shoot my Exocrine. These guys in here just holding still and getting ready to shoot that Hive Tyrant as needed. And then all the drones in this corner just disengage to hopefully splat apart the Hormagaunts. I will hold this objective regardless, just the Hive Tyrant's directly on top of it. So for him to come within 3, I can heroically intervene. So Tau just kind of sitting back, not letting the Hive Tyrant get in any extra damage with the drones, just keeping the bodies alive over there. So that's it for turn 3 movement. Shooting phase done. You'll notice the absence of my Exocrine. The Riptide absolutely blew it apart, getting 12 wounds in total with its 2 shots that made it through, just 2. So I was hoping to be alive with 1 wound. No, 12 wounds. So very well done there. Then the combined might of a few of these guys and the Fire Warriors up there dropped the Hive Tyrant down to 1, so he's clinging just barely to life. The Heirodule got hit pretty hard though, taking 6 wounds in total from the missiles over on this side. Tower also at 3 CP. About to make a charge to come in and clear off my little humble Termagants there and see what happens. So we'll come back after that. Very likely. Do you know what do you need to make?
6.
6. So we'll capture it. Let's see. So it's 2 dice. No. Do you want to CP it?
Yep.
All right. I get to reroll both of them. It's like the full roll. So, no, man. So they don't make it. Yeah. Is Farsight gonna charge it because they're separate?
Yeah, I'll charge you first.
Yeah. So Farsight. So they guys didn't make it, but Farsight is in quite heavily. So he'll come in and then we'll check out and see if he can clear off all my little Hormagaunts because I have no synapse over here as well. Or so Farsight chopped up 3 of them. They passed morale and they're hanging out. So that's it for the turn. So scoring 2 for engage. Assassinate still on the table. That Hive Tyrant was a big one to get rid of him. Be assassinate and also bolster up the grind them down points. As of right now, 1 kill for grind them down, so I have to kill at least 1 unit. It's getting hard at this point in the game. But we'll come back after Tyranid's turn 3. So that is movement done. The Heirodule came through. I was going to double move him with Swarmlord to come through there, but he cannot fit through there, so he'll just sit and shoot at those guys. Swarmlord stayed in the middle to complete the ritual. Rippers came up and grabbed that. These Termagants moved back to Rod this quarter. Over in this section, the Hive Tyrant just adjusted slightly to get psychic attacks hitting them, and then the Hormagaunts move around to hopefully engage both of them, and the Tyrant can shoot as needed to help out with combat to clear that zone. And my Termagants just staying in combat with Farsight as well. So that's it for turn 3 movement, scoring 15 for primaries. We'll come back after Psychic and shooting phase and Psychic done. Over here, this Hive Tyrant couldn't hit the broadside of a barn, killed off 1 thing in Psychic, and then that was it. However, the biggest deal of this turn so far is the Hive Tyrant who jumped in here parried on double 6s. I just accepted it. He had 1 wound. He's going to go. Because when he dies, that would have been, it's everyone within 6 suffers D3 mortal wounds. So he blew himself up, did 6 mortal wounds with the Super Smite, killing all the guys up there. Did 3 mortal wounds to Drone Squad there, killed them off. Did 1 to that one. Did 3 to the Riptide, and then did 3 to the Lictor. So Lictor's alive, holding that objective. But it was insane. And then over up on this side, the Barbed Heirodule and the Hive Guard dropped them down to 2 guys. And that's it for shooting and Psychic. So some charges about to go down over this way, and that's pretty much it for charges for the turn. and then the Lictor holding that. Ends the turn over this way. Hive Tyrant smacking the one drone that he was fighting. Hormagaunts only killing off one. A bit of unfortunate rolling there to wound, but that's okay. So just tying them up and again holding that objective. And that's it for the turn. So scoring 3 for engage this turn with the Lictor being over there by that objective. And then Rod is almost done, just have this quarter to go. And then Ritual is done, so Swarmlord can come back out to play. That's it for the turn. So we'll come to Tau, turn 4. So we decided to call it there. We're just looking at the points. The Tyranids with getting Warp Ritual off and still having everything like Swarmlord still hidden away there. And that Hive Tyrant will be pretty much hidden for the rest of the game as well. So, and then Tau also getting nothing for primaries that turn. So safety call there. It was a really good game. Interesting pair. At the start we were talking the Dimachaeron surviving, getting double 6s for the wounds coming through from the Riptide. Pretty huge. And then also not killing that Hive Tyrant with 1 wound also made quite a bit of difference because he came in there and just wiped out this area and denied primary points there as well. So a few big factors coming in there. Just again, the Dimachaeron getting in early and really tying them up. Had those wounds have went through, his movement would have been hampered, so he would have only ended up around here with quite a bit longer charge. So that's it. Thank you so much for watching. If you're interested in becoming a Patreon, Brian the Heirodule, just kind of hanging out, Teos Rippers doing their thing, getting points, so they just kind of popped up there, doing their job. And the Patronic Dice is always hilarious. Really glad to see that Fire Warrior slapping away the Dimachaeron. He's a hero, and he left heroically. We both agreed he didn't run away. So that's it for the report, and we'll see you in the next one.